Coming to you live from in Freeport, you're listening to LA Sports Network's coverage of Hofstra Hockey AAU Division III. As tonight, it's senior night for Hofstra as they take on Fordham D2. Hofstra coming into the game 4-12-2, Fordham 4-13-3. As both teams looking to get on the right track. Hofstra coming off a 5-5 tie to Alvernia on the 25th of January. As we are underway, Fordham ripped the puck into the zone. Starting goaltender for Hofstra tonight, Spiro Marcolis. Stopped that puck as it went around. Fordham trying to initiate the forecheck here. Early goings of the first period. I'm Ryan Brannigan, joined by our crew tonight. Shot comes and a big save made by Marcolis. Puck careens to the near corner, now brought around behind the net. And shot up the boards by Dylan Kinzer. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Fordham looking to take it back. A nice move there by Tommy Messina. Messina on his forehand. Lost the puck, checked defensively there by Chris Delpanino as Hofstra looked to repossess the puck. Batted ahead, nice play made by Yerkes. Yerkes able to get it to James Von Aaron. The shot comes, and there's the first save of the night for Charles Borg in net for Fordham tonight. On the far side, brought back in by by Von Aaron. Comes to the near side. Calling the game, of course, from right along the glass on the far side, on the opposite side of the benches. It is quite an up-close and personal view for me here tonight. As here's Nick Aloisio. Behind the net turnover. Intercepted by Jordan Cox of Hofstra. And the Pride take it back the other way. Casola. Out in front, Borg there to make the save. The rebound is loose and available. Kicks to the near corner. Battle ensues. Hard view for me. Got to battle the parents, the weird view of the glass, and etc. But it comes out, and Jordan Cox has it. Back on the near boards. As Hofstra try to work it down low, again in possession of James Von Aaron. Comes to the far side and hops over the stick of Dean Rosen out of the zone. And here comes Fordham, 2-on-1 developing. Shot comes, pad save made by Marcolis. Fired back around to the near side. Hofstra able to take over the puck. Nice pass by Casola, but the Pride are offside. With 17:31 to go here, first period, no score between Hofstra and Fordham. Face off just outside the Fordham end. Comes into the Hofstra zone. On the puck, Robert Criscolo. Taking back out the other way, Matarazzo. Pass out in front, just disconnected, try to get it to Nick Buglione. Behind the net, Hofstra repossess. Push back behind, onto the possession of Matarazzo just for a moment. Now Fordham take it back and fire it out. Good step up in the neutral zone by Criscolo. He moves in, fires a shot, blocked by Sebastian Concepcion. It's behind the net. Pushed around, and Fordham smack it out of the zone. Have a rush going up the ice. Callaghan Oliver is in. He scores. Callaghan Oliver opens the scoring for Fordham. They lead at 1-0. It's Oliver's second goal of the game and what is his third game for Fordham, as he beats Hofstra's Spiro Marcolis 5-0 on the breakaway. As the Stripes get in the way of that shot there. But a solid move and a good goal for Oliver as Fordham take the early 1-0 lead. Under 5 minutes, about 4 minutes, 30 seconds gone by. Puck in the neutral zone. Battling for it, Camden Kelly. Deflects right. Rowan, did you blink? Bit of a flinch, would you say? The puck came right off the glass. Back down low it goes. Tommy Messina back up top, played on further by Politano. But now the puck ends up out of the zone. And now back on the stick of Piotr Kazat. Back behind the net, wraparound try denied by Markolis. Good chance there for Messina. Kept alive at the blue line by Kazat. And now Hofstra take it back the other way with speed. Jordan Cox into the zone. Cox, he's got Van Aeren with him. Try to get it across, wouldn't go. Fired off the boards by Casola, pardon, and a great save made by Borg. Another shot off the side that comes out in front. Another save made by Borg. And now Fordham look to take over. Messina flipping it out of the zone. He finds Sarah Dejan. And Dejan on goal, stopped by Markolis. And here come Hofstra going the other way. Good move into the zone by Van Aeren. Van Aeren behind the net, lost it. Fordham take it back out the other way. Knifing his way through the zone into the neutral zone. Good rush up the ice for Vitali. Behind the net, taken back by Hofstra. Dean Rosa. Off the boards to himself, but taken back by Fordham. Bryce Vitali into the zone. Challenge there by Matthew Matarazzo. Comes to the far side. Shot from a sharp angle, deflects to the near corner. That's where it's played on further by Hofstra. They continue to battle here at the near border, and now it's taken out by Yerkes. Brendan Yerkes gets taken down, no call. And it's fired around the boards. Kept in at the blue line, the far blue line by Chris Gulo. And now out of the zone. And that's going to go down for an icing against Fordham. With 13:40 to go in the first period, it's Fordham that lead Hofstra 1-0. And you're listening to AAU hockey here on LI Sports Network. Face off to the right of Fordham netminder Charles Borg. Joseph Schnatter to take the draw for Hofstra. One in the defensive end by Fordham, kept alive at the blue line by Criscolo. Wraps around to be played on further by Seropoulos. And now out of the zone it comes. Back on the stick of Robert Criscolo. Now Daniel McArdle fires on goal, blockered away by Borg. Comes to the near side, McArdle. Fires it back in deep, was trying to get it to Royce Dixon-Child, but it's taken back the other way by Fordham. Through the neutral zone with speed. Shot deflects up in the air. Glove down. Good rush up the ice by Kurt Baylor, and now it's covered by the netminders Markolis.
Get away from them, they're working.
12:59 to go here in the first period. Evenly matched, evenly played game thus far. One goal for Fordham off a high danger chance rush. An excellent goal from Oliver. Goes down unassisted. Shot comes from a sharp angle shot save. Rebound deflects behind the net. Put right back out in front. Back to the blue line for the drive that gets blocked off the stick of Kinzer. Kinzer couldn't hold in there. Deflected, no icing. Back to get it for Hofstra is Chris Del Panino. Del Panino finds Matt Kosola. Now right in front of us, it's Christian Maurer playing it back. But Hofstra turn over the puck, back in Fordham possession, Matteo Puglisi. Now on the stick of Pyotr Kazat. Kazat banks it off the boards, into the Hofstra end. Flipped right back out by the Pride. Goes all the way down and will become an icing against Hofstra. 11:49 to go, first period. Hofstra has 6 shots on goal to this point. Fordham 5. Both teams 4 wins coming into the game. Both in search of win number 5. It will go to one of these two teams. Well, that is, of course, unless there's a tie. Back down low, Fordham getting the forecheck going. Max Sarah-Dejean, pass out in front, comes back to the near side. Worked back around, comes to the point. Christopher Gabriel holds in for Fordham. Back down low, Jordan Cox trying to play it on, and looks like we'll get the first penalty of the game. And it's gonna go against Hofstra. Fordham's captain, Aiden Graham, stepping out onto the ice. Wait for my feed to update me on the penalty. But it looks like in the box for Hofstra is Chris Del Panino. Face off to the right of Mark Olis. One in the defensive end by Hofstra. And skating it out of the zone is Matarazzo. It's in the feet of Aiden Graham, who fires it around to be carried up by Kazat. Here comes Kazat into the zone, takes the shot, blocked. Deflects behind the net. Kazat goes around town. Try to get that pass back from Aiden Graham, but they misconnect. Kazat fires it right back out to Graham, who tried to fire it in. Comes right back on Graham. And now behind the net, Daniel McArdle fires it out for Hofstra. Ready about 45 seconds gone by on the power play to Fordham. Del Panino for roughing at 11:04. Hofstra are a minute clear on the kill thus far. Bringing it over the blue line here is Kazat. Kazat firing it around to get it on the other side. Anthony Culp. Culp playing it right back down low, cutting it off down low, McArdle. And that's McArdle's third clear of the kill. Borg stops it. Kazat brings it over the blue line, takes the shot, and a save made by Markelis. Back up top, Messina hits the brakes, nice move. Cuts in, takes the shot, goes off a couple of Hofstra sticks before it deflects over the net and wide. Still in the zone are Hofstra, or Fordham. The long shot deflects just wide. Came off the stick of Seropoulos, who has it back here. That low shot blocked, went off the skate of Kosola and out of the zone. And the power play is over. Fordham 0 for 1 here tonight, but they still have it in the zone. Shot comes, it's blocked again, this time by McArdle. Held in at the blue line by Gabriel. Long shot. Not sure if Marcolis got a piece of it. And it's lifted out of the zone by Hofstra. Loose puck picked up and skated into the zone, at least momentarily, by Jordan Cox. And Fordham flip it right back in the other way by Christopher Gabriel. Forecheck goes to work. Fired back around, held in, and fired across. Just missed. It's a good shot there from Seropoulos. Aloisio clears for Hofstra. James Von Aaron playing it now for Daniel McCardle, who fires in and will go for a change. Puck wraps around. Trying to get a hold of it is Roy Stixon-Child. Back out of the zone. Hofstra trying to get it back in. Aloisio ahead. Now Camden Kelly takes the shot, and a save made by Borg. Back around to the near side. Here come Fordham. Gubarev. Now for Calgan Oliver, the goal scorer. Hofstra take it away, but nearly give it right back. As Maxim Gubarev was trying to get in the way of it. It's fired around by the goaltender Markelis. Shot goes over the net, off the stick of Concepcion. Regathered now by Dean Rosa. Schnatter now back for Aloisio. Big collision right in front of us. It's back deep in the Fordham end. Kazat pushing this one ahead, trying to get it to Saradajan. Now incoming the shot, and it deflects up and over play. Good chance again there for Tommy Messina. Or pardon me, that was 68, Anthony Culp. Oh no, that was there's number 8. Yeah, I wasn't imagining things. Messina. Fordham have had the better of play since the power play. It didn't deliver any goals, but it certainly have turned the tides in favor of Fordham. Already with the 1-goal lead, but there's a block shot. Back the other way, Brendan Yerkes with speed. Yerkes to the loose puck, backhands it across, it's blocked. And pushed out of the zone. Now the other way, Fordham and Culp. Culp across, doesn't connect. He was trying to get it over to Saradajan. Poked out of the zone now by Buglione. And Buglione stops that pass from getting out of the zone for Fordham, at least momentarily, but now they're able to get it to Culp. Culp trying to get around the defender, Kinzer. Kinzer does a good job, at least for the moment, and now the shot comes. It deflects up and out of play. 6:07 to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 Fordham. They lead Hofstra. You're listening to AAU Hockey here on LI Sports Network. Face off to the left of Hofstra goaltender Markolis. Comes on to Markolis, and he makes a great save. Quick reaction time for the Hofstra netminder. Hofstra win the defensive zone draw and make their way out the other way. Pass across, looking for Kosala. Now back up top for the shot from McGardle, and a glove save made by Borg. Spiro Markolis, 5 for 6 it says in the game, though I think he's due for another. Added to his total. Kept in at the blue line by McCardle. Puck now pinned back across on that near side. Backhanded out in front and cleared out of harm's way, at least for the moment, by Fordham. But trying to push it right back in as Von Aaron gets it back to the point for the shot from McGardle's blocked. Another shot taken there by Criscolo is also blocked, and Fordham able to exit the zone. McCardle Good lead pass ahead to Cox. Cox dangling through the line, but it's taken back by Fordham. Aiden Graham fires that one across, trying to get it to Bryce Vitale, and it will end up as an icing against Fordham. Offensive zone draw coming for the Hofstra Pride. .4:51 to go, first period. 1-0 Fordham on a goal about 4 minutes, 30 seconds into the period. Taken back the other way in the neutral zone by Amante. Backhanded across, but intercepted. Back come Fordham. Over the blue line, it's O'Keefe with the shot that gets blocked, and here comes Hofstra going the other way. McArdle over the blue line. On his backhand, McArdle to the net, and a save made by Borg. Back down low it goes to the far side. Unable to hold that one in this time was Daniel McArdle. Pushed ahead by Criscolo. Turned over, but they take it right back. Does Criscolo into the zone. Long shot. Save made. Rebound. Criscolo, the backhand. Another great save made by Borg. That might have been his best so far. Taken back by Hofstra. Good play made by Buglione. Shot gets blocked down out in front. Buglione trying to keep it in the zone. And Fordham come away with it. Run into some trouble in the neutral zone, but ultimately Seropoulos prevails, takes the shot, and it's saved and held by Marcolis. And here again is that Borg save. Blocker stop. Is getting some room upstairs. Where's Criscolo? Shot from the far boards finds its way into the glove of Marcolis. Face off to the right of the aforementioned Hofstra netminder, one in the defensive end by Hofstra. They break it out with Buglione, who circles back, fires across, now to be played on by Erosa. And now picked up by Yerkes. Yerkes into the zone, now Rosa. Lost it, and here come Fordham back the other way. Moving in, Messina scores! Tommy Messina makes it 2-0 in favor of Fordham. And we'll take another look. Odd man rush. Messina's there on that far side, just gonna walk in, take the shot. And he beats Marcolis glove side and doubles Fordham's lead. They're now up 2-0. And for Tommy Messina, his 7th of the year, 14th point. Gives them a cushion. Here is Messina. Dangling into the zone. Comes off his stick, on the stick of Culp. That's blocked down. Taken back now the other way by Hofstra. Criscolo leading the charge. Gets that one up for Kosala. Now picked up by Cox. Cox moves in. Takes the shot. It's fought off by Borg. In the corner. Pushed behind the net. Fired up the boards by Kazat. And now here's Culp. Culp 2-on-2 over the blue. Weaving his way through, takes the shot. That deflects out of play and somehow wound up out of the arena. Or out of the rink. I don't know about out of the arena. We are live from the Bubble in Freeport Recreation Center. Home of the Hofstra Pride. Charging to the net and never got a shot through. and flipped out of harm's way by Hofstra. Now on the stick of Sebastian Concepcion. It's taken away by Hofstra. Cox going the other way. Nice move. Couldn't get a shot away, though. A good stick from Concepcion. Comes back up top to the point. Referee doing his best to block my vision. Did he hear me? Because he moved nicely out of the way. Battle back on the near board. Shot comes. It's gloved by Borg. Came off the stick of Dylan Kinzer. Face off. One in the defensive end by Fordham. Battle on that far side. It was touched with a high stick, but Fordham touched the puck back to cancel a potential whistle, and now it's covered by Borg down low. Hofstra trailing Fordham 2-0. Coming off a 5-5 tie to Alvernia. Before that, a 14-0 defeat to the hands of Rutgers. This is their second game of 2025. Back the other way come Fordham. 2-on-1 developing, pass across, deflected. Good play made by McCardle. Kept alive at the blue line, deflected in. Tommy Messina's second of the game gives Fordham a 3-0 lead in the dying moments of period number 1. It's gonna come to the point for the shot taken by Christian Saropoulos. It gets deflected perfectly there by Tommy Messina. Goal number 8 and point number 15 of the season for Messina. And Hofstra need a response. Shot from Cox goes off the pad of Borg. Played on further. Back now for Aloisio. Sent around, put out in front. And they score! Hofstra respond. And make it a 2-goal game once more. Again, just down low. Backhanded in off a rebound out in front. It was a tough view of who scored it. I'll wait for live stats to inform me there. But Hofstra on the board as Markoulis makes the stop, freezes the puck. 21 seconds left here in the first period. Face-off won by Fordham. Shot comes. Kick save made by Markoulis. Back up top for another drive that deflects out of play. 13 seconds to go. Matt Casola from Cox and Van Aaron. And for Casola, his 5th of the year, 11th point, matches Brendan Yerkes. Cox, who picks up the assist, has now 17 points on the season at his 10th. And for Van Aaron, he increases his point lead to 22 with his 10th assist of the year, and that'll do it. Here for the first period of action between Fordham D2, Hofstra D3, it's Fordham that lead the Pride by a score of 3-1. You're listening to AAU hockey here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, and I will see you for the second period. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Freeport. You're listening to AAU hockey here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, we're taking you through the second period. 3-1 the score heading into the second period. Both teams with 11 shots each. It was 3-0 in favor of Fordham before Hofstra made it 3-1, and now Fordham make it 4-1 as that shot gets past Spiro Markoulis. It's 4-1 in favor of Fordham. Here it is again. The point shot coming from Christopher Gabriel. A lot of traffic out in front. And I believe getting the deflection there is Mark Saradajan, who had an assist already in the game. Looks to add a goal to his assist for 2 points, 4-1. Fordham wasting no time re-extending the 3-goal lead they once had, as I was mentioning. And for Saradajan, that is goal number... Oh, we'll get back to that. Hofstra have the puck in the offensive zone, looking for another response, like we saw at the end of that first period, where we saw the goal come from Matt Casola. Put out in front, nobody there. Back to the point, deflected, just missed. As it went off the stick of Brendan Yerkes out in front. Big number 23 deflects the puck ahead now. Push to the far side. Set across, another big hit. And it's actually going to be a penalty against Fordham. And Piotr Kazat. No, it wasn't Kazat. They're going to get Christian Saropoulos. Saropoulos will sit for 2. They still have not updated who scored the goal, though. I believe it deflected off of Saradajan out in front. Power play here, though, for Hofstra. And an immediate save made by Borg. Face-off, one in the offensive zone by Hofstra. Kinzer works it across to Von Aaron. The shot, and a save made by Borg. Comes to the far side. Back in the possession on the left point for Kinzer. Kinzer walks in, takes the shot. Save made, rebound is loose. Goes wide and fired around by Fordham. Trying to cut it off is Von Aaron. Van Aaron now has it. Del Pino the shot. Or Del Panino, rather, the shot, and a save made by Borg. 18:08 to go here in the second period. 4-1. Fordham wasted no time getting their 4th goal of the game about a minute into the period. Kinzer with the puck up top. Gets it across. Van Aaron. Little give and go, one-timer, blocked, another try, sticked away by Borg. Kept alive at the far blue line by Kinzer. Kinzer now to Van Aaron. Shot deflects wide. Back up top now, Kinzer. Good retrieval by Jordan Cox. Kinzer loads up, fires, and misses wide. Back up for Van Aaron. Down low, give and go with Del Panino, but the puck comes out of the zone. And all the way down, a much-needed clear for Fordham. Hofstra trying to bring it right back in. Got about 35 left on the power play. Van Aaron. Bringing it around. Up top, looking for a lane or somewhere to go with the puck. He lost it temporarily. Takes a check up against the boards. Backhanded around by Del Panino up top. Good play, but it hopped over the stick of Van Aaron. And now out of the zone it goes. And hustling in after, it's Anthony Culp. Culp tries to go lacrosse style. Made the save. The rebound is just available out in front. Wraparound try. What a save made by Markoulis. Now back for Culp. Loose puck picked up and skated out by Hofstra's Brendan Yerkes. Battle on the far side. Fordham prevail, but a whistle stopping play. Will we see a penalty here? Yeah, I believe we will. Sebastian Concepcion is being told to go into the penalty box. He'll sit for 2. Face-off one in the defensive end and fired out by Fordham. Here come Hofstra. Back the other way. Matarazzo out in front, deflects behind the net. Kicks to the near side, McCardle. Flips it across. Crisculo, now the shot comes and a save made, rebound loose. And it's cleared out of the zone by Fordham. Fired up ahead by Markoulis. Right on to the stick of McCardle, who moves in. Backhands it across, too far for Crisculo. Now across McCardle. Takes the shot, and it goes off of the goaltender Borg and out of play. Hofstra now out shooting Fordham 17-13. In the game, but they trail by 3, 4-1. Face off to the left of the Fordham netminder Borg. One back by Hofstra. Crisculo. Walking in, McCardle a shot, and it's fought off by Borg. Casola for Crisculo. Crisculo, a shot and a save made. Pardon me, that was McCardle. As he got the pass from Crisculo. Another good save by Borg. He's up to 18 or 17 of 18 on the night. Face off to the left of the Fordham netminder. One by Fordham, then they'll clear. And a diving effort to break it up. What a play made by Robert Crisculo. But Fordham still threatening. Short-handed shot comes off the side of the net, up in midair and batted down. Hand passes are allowed in the defensive zone in the NHL. Not, however, in college. Got a whistle. And a face-off one forward by Hofstra. Out of the zone it goes. Trying to turn it back up the other way was Christopher Gabriel. Puts it in the Hofstra end of the ice. 5 seconds left to go on the power play for Hofstra. Carrying in the zone, McCardle. Puts one out across, no one on the other end of it. Casola has the only Hofstra goal of the night. Push it down low, try to get it back up top. Well, it's McCardle. It's banked off the boards to center. Now Fordham the other way, 2 goals on the game for Messina, who brings it in. Takes the shot and a sprawling save made by Markoulis. Face off to the left of the Hofstra netminder. One back by Fordham. Shot gets blocked. comes out of the zone. Now you're listening to AAU hockey here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan joined alongside our team, working the cameras, getting all the angles, carrying in over the blue line and getting hooked down to the ice in egregious fashion was Dylan Kinzer. So Hofstra, who started the period with 2 consecutive power plays, essentially will get a third go on the power play as Bryce Vitale goes off for Fordham. Finally, I have an update on that Fordham goal. It is, in fact, Mark Saradajan's goal. Christopher Gabriel the assist, as I mentioned a little while ago. 2 points on the night for Saradajan. He has his 3rd goal of the season. Face-off, won by Hofstra, shot. I think that went on goal. Borg made the stop as it glanced off of him, and now it's cleared out by Fordham. Markoulis leaves the puck behind the net to be played on further, but good aggressive penalty killing here from Fordham. Their one forechecker, Owen O'Keefe, is doing quite the damage. And a good rush up the ice here from Cox. Jordan Cox circling in the zone. Hofstra making a quick change and losing the puck was James Van Aaron. Good rush play up the ice there from Pyotr Kazat. Hofstra in the neutral zone trying to organize into the offensive zone. On the stick of Aloisio. But Fordham able to clear. They have numbers going the other way, short-handed. Pass across, deflects on it, and what a save made by Markoulis. Stab back in deep of the Hofstra zone there by Kazat. Now back on the stick of Jordan Cox. Working on Pyotr Kazat. Cox out in front, nobody home. Pinching in to keep it alive for Hofstra was McArdle, but ultimately lost and fired down on goal. Markoulis playing the puck to Robert Criscolo. Criscolo now for Daniel McArdle. McArdle across to Casola. Casola wrapping it around, back up top. Cross now, McArdle the shot, gloved by Borg, and he'll hold. With 11:35 to go in the period, just 4 seconds to go on the 3rd consecutive power play for Hofstra. And they have not scored on any thus far in the game. Face-off one. Shot comes off the glass behind the goal. Loose puck picked up by Matarazzo, sent across, nobody there. And now Fordham bringing it to the Hofstra end. Good pass. Messina the shot, save made, rebound loose. Messina scores! The hat-trick goal for Tommy Messina gives Fordham the 5-1 lead. Soon as the penalty ends, Messina just never giving up on the play. Helped along by Mark Saradajan, who's having himself quite the night. Saradajan entered the night with just 3 points in 18 games played, and I believe he'll pick up his 3rd point of the night, matching his season total in 1 game. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. We'll step aside, perhaps reviewing the goal for goaltender interference. Either way, we'll step aside. You're listening to AAU Hockey here on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the Bubble in Freeport. You're listening to AAU hockey here on LI Sports Network. Hofstra and Fordham in a battle of 4-win teams. It's Fordham that have the 5-1 edge over Hofstra, looking for more out in front. And not sure if that shot ever got through from Bryce Vitale, or pardon me, that was Maxim Gubarev. Banked into the zone, chasing hard after it is Kurt Baylor. But Hofstra able to possess the puck, carry it out of the zone. Schnatter with Camden Kelly. In it goes. And on to the stick of Fordham. Hofstra take it right back. Kinzer is offside, so he's got to go and touch up. Gives plenty of time for Kurt Baylor to make his way up the ice, but he ran into some trouble with Schnatter. An aggressive forecheck here from Royce Dixon-Child. Comes out of the zone before Aloisio sent it right back in. It's banked right back out by Christopher Gabriel, at least hampering that effort, at least for the moment, was Cox. Fordham send in the Hofstra zone. Now the other way go Fordham. Here's a shot from Seropoulos, denied. Another one save made. Good couple of saves there from Markoulis. And now here come Hofstra going out the other way, Van Aaron. Helped out there by Casola, who chips it in around. Cox holds in at the near point. Brings it down low, passed it out in front, but ultimately Hofstra unable to get a hold of the puck. And Fordham take it out of the zone. Aiden Graham hampered as he tried to go over the blue line, and now we'll get a whistle and a stoppage in play. And I'd like to take this time to wish Hofstra superfan Jade a happy birthday. She is watching from out of state. Jade, from us here at LI Sports Network and Hofstra to you, we hope you have a very, very good birthday. All right, and back to the action on the ice. Face-off outside the Fordham zone, or rather the Hofstra zone. Hello. Rowan, I know how you felt. That was, the glass might be smudged with a lot of pucks, but it still feels like it's coming right at you. Messina now plays this one to Kazat. Now on the stick of Sarah DeJean, and that shot never made it through. Might have went off of Markoulis. Back around for Colt. Kept alive at the far blue line by Concepcion. Shot save made, rebound. Another save made by Markoulis. Challenge. Scrum in the near corner, far away from me. And Hofstra able to work it out. Got some numbers going the other way. 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Shot, save, rebound. Somehow would not go. Matarazzo had another great chance at it after his first effort. And somehow Bohr kept all of it out. Matarazzo. Into the Fordham zone. Takes it behind the net. Shovels it around. Chris Colo stepped up on it. It ends back up in the Hofstra end of the ice with 7:35 to go. In the second period, 5-1 Fordham. Despite getting outshot to this point by Hofstra, 21-19. Behind the net, Kazat lost it, but then lays into Bryce Dixon-Child. And we have a penalty again. And Piotr Kazat heads into the box. it's yet another power play for Hofstra. They have yet to strike with the man advantage here tonight despite their opportunities. Face off to the left of Borg, won by the Pride. Kinzer to Aloisio, back to Kinzer. Kinzer looking for a lane, doesn't see one just yet. Still Kinzer. Kinzer down the far side. Shot comes and a pad save, rebound. Just poked behind the net. Del Panino up top. Now back in the possession of Kinzer. Quarterbacking this power play, hands off to Van Aaron. Or Van Aaron, pardon me. Now Cox trying to work around Vitale. Vitale took it away, but not out of the zone. Held in and flipped down low by Kinzer. Now Del Panino. Nice move, Del Panino takes the shot, save made, rebound, they score! Hofstra have made it a 5-2 game. Jordan Cox, I believe, tapped it in front. We'll take another look. Initial shot taken by Del Panino, and I think that's number 9, the captain, Jordan Cox, who backhands it, the rebound into the net. Would be his 8th of the year if it is indeed Jordan Cox. Makes it 5-2. And it is Jordan Cox from Del Panino. Hofstra down 3, and now will find themselves shorthanded once they are able to touch the puck. And they might be down 2 players. As another Fordham player gets taken down, we'll see what comes of it. It's becoming quite the penalty parade here in the second period. Still has 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in it. Brendan Yerkes will sit for 2. So of the 2 Fordham players that went down, the first one is the one they keep, and they don't call it the second. It's Kazat over to Culp. Culp try to return it back to Kazat, off the wall and back onto Kazat's stick. Now Culp, long pass across, hit a Hofstra stick for finding its way to Messina. Messina trying to create some space for himself. Puts it down low for Owen O'Keefe. Now up top, Kazat to Graham. Now Kazat, now Graham. Back to Kazat. Takes the shot and a stick save made by the goaltender Markoulis. Another shot and another save made by Markoulis. With 5:18 left here in the second period. Hofstra trailing Fordham 5-2. Face off to the left of the netminder Markoulis. Kazat for Culp. Culp, long shot, deflects over the net. Another shot comes, and that's a good save made by Markoulis. Messina for Culp, another long shot. This one gets blocked, hits the glass behind Markoulis. Kazat. That shot blocked by Jordan Cox. Looked like it hurt, but it gets right back up. Down low, out in front, they score! 4th goal of the game for Tommy Messina. Have yourself a night, Messina. It's 6-2 in favor of Fordham. dominant performance from Tommy Messina as he took that puck from the near wall, charged to the front of the net, kept it on his stick and stuffed it home. And now falling down was Seropoulos. He still managed to somehow bat it back to his defenseman Gabriel. And now firing in is Baylor, sticked away by Markoulis. Fired around and deflected along by Dixon Child, held in at the blue line by Seropoulos. The shot deflects to the near corner, and now Hofstra try to break out. Daniel McCardle trying to play it back for Joseph Schnatter. Good move behind the net from Matt Casola. Now back on the stick of McCardle. McCardle gets around Messina and now gets around Gubarev. Here comes McCardle. Shot, save, rebound out in front and just missed from Andrew Amonte. Now back up Fordham. And the 4-goal man himself, Messina. Nice move, pass across. Yes, it's in. Tough to see at first if it hit the crossbar or the back of the net. Messina, the pass across, and they call it a good goal from, I believe that's Anthony Culp. Getting a nod from producer Rowan that the goal belongs to Culp. Makes Fordham 7-2. Some spirited words from the Hofstra coach. Something along the lines of wake up. Maybe a couple extra words in there. Fordham have the power play and the 5-goal lead. They lead 7-2. Face off to the right of Markoulis. Kept alive at the blue line by Seropoulos. Fired on goal by Vitali. It's a good pad save made by Markoulis. Back up top, faking the shot. There was Gabriel. Now back for Seropoulos. Seropoulos trying to go down low and connect it with Sardajan. And now out of the zone. Much needed clear there for the Pride. Carried around the net, picking up steam is Seropoulos through the neutral zone. Having to slow down to get that pass and change his direction, Sebastian Politano, and creates an offsides against Fordham with 1:12 to go on the Fordham power play. Face off just outside the Hofstra end, and nearly pickpocketing Kazat, but Kazat prevailing with the puck, takes the sharp angle shot, save made, glove down at the blue line there by Culp. Culp sending this one back to Messina, now up top, Kazat shot missed wide. Graham for Kazat. Kazat takes the shot, a save made, and subsequent cover by Spiro Markoulis. Face off to the right of the aforementioned Hofstra netminder. Won by Hofstra, but held in at the blue line by Fordham. And there's a shot from Culp that's steered aside by Markoulis. Kazat behind the net falls down, but still able to maintain possession. And now it's knocked off his stick. Good defensive play made by Royce Dixon Child. And Hofstra cleared the zone. Fired right back down the ice, this time by Chris Del Panino. And Hofstra clear once more. And the power play is over, so we'll get an icing against the Hofstra Pride. Face off to the left of the Hofstra netminder. One in the defensive end by Hofstra, held in at the blue line, however. And a quick save made by Markoulis on Christian Seropoulos. Face off one in the defensive end by Hofstra, but unable to clear. Turnaround shot blocked. Back up top for the one-timer, blockered away by Markoulis. Good shot there from Sebastian Concepcion. And Concepcion will hold it in out that far blue line. Down low now in the possession of Kinzer. Kinzer, nice little move. Pass blocked, but now finally Hofstra able to get it out. Moving out with speed here is Casola. Casola scored the first goal of the game for Hofstra in the first period, and time winds down here in the second. Hofstra came into the period trailing Fordham 3-1. And they trail Fordham at the end of 2 by the score of 7-2. As you're listening to AAU hockey here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, and I'll be back for the third period in conclusion of this game, and I'll see you then. Welcome back to the bubble here in Freeport Recreation Center. Side of tonight's matchup between Fordham and Hofstra. Fordham leading Hofstra 7-2 heading into this third period. And what a night it's been for Tommy Messina. 4 goals and an assist for Fordham, 5 points, as well as for Mark Sardajan as that goes off the side of the net. New goaltender in net for Hofstra, number 33, James John Pacone in net to start the third for Hofstra. Spiro Markoulis ends the night 22 of 29. Hofstra had been out shooting Fordham throughout various parts of the game, but heading into the third, Fordham with 29 shots on goal, Hofstra's 24. Face-off in the offensive zone for the Pride, one in the defensive end by Fordham. Try to bank it out the near side. Puck work back down low, now on the stick of Van Aren. Held in at the blue line by McCardle, but ultimately poked off his stick and out of the zone. That's good play made by Colt. Now picked up by Casola. He made it 3-1 in that first period at the very end of it. Cox, the other goal scorer for Hofstra, has a 2-point night. Involved in both Hofstra goals. Good stretch pass ahead. Here comes Van Aren. Van Aren! Good save made by Borg. And Charles Borg now 23 of 25 so far on the night. He's been outstanding between the pipes for Fordham. Face off to the left of the aforementioned Fordham netminder. One in the offensive zone by Schnatter. Back up to the point, long shot, blocked away by Borg and out of play. The rip came off the stick of Robert Criscolo. So the face-off right back to the left of Borg. One again in the offensive zone by Hofstra. Trying to get control of the puck is Kelly. Kelly wipes out. Puck winds up back under the glove of Charles Borg. And you're listening to LI Sports Network's coverage of Hofstra AAU hockey. Be sure to give us a follow on Instagram at LI Sports Network. There you'll find plenty of updates for Hofstra, as well as Farmingdale D2, D1, the Nassau, or rather New York Islanders High School Hockey League, and the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, all of which documented brilliantly by our team at LI Sports Network. Looks like the puck will be touched with a high stick, so we'll get a whistle. Face off to the right of Pacone. And another whistle. And now the puck will be dropped outside the Hofstra zone. And Hofstra will change up a couple of players. Face-off won by Fordham. Fired in by Seropoulos. Played around by Cox. Kept alive and shot on goal. And there's your first save of the night for Pacone. Other shot comes, steered out of harm's way and making its way through center. Moore now hands off for Yerkes. Tapped off the side of the net, sticked away by Borg, and recovered and skated around by Amante. Regathered at center by Criscolo. Plays it now for Maurer. Maurer into the Fordham zone, takes a hit, but chips it down low. Rolls around to the other side, played out in front, but redirected away from harm's way. And Fordham able to come back out with it. Dumped in just wide of the goaltender, Picone. And Hofstra chip it out of the zone. Back to get it, Baylor. Baylor has it taken off his stick. Good forechecking play there from Buglione. But ultimately the puck banks on goal where it can be played by Picone to his defenseman. That's Kinzer. Kinzer trying to lift it ahead. Baylor trying to get in the way of it. And now skated back and recuperated by Buglione, who's behind his netminder. Takes a look. Comes out the far side. Tries to get around Baylor. Baylor, though, backed up. Good forecheck there from Gubarev. Now back up to the point for the shot that gets blocked. Blocked out in front by Casola. And now fired right back in by Christopher Gabriel. Picked up on the far corner by Aloisio. Aloisio gets around Messina. Cocks back to Aloisio and into the zone. It's going to roll on to Borg, who will pounce on it. Freezes the puck with 15:28 to go here in the third period. Fordham has had their way with Hofstra. They lead at 7-2. Face-off won by Hofstra. Shot goes high and wide. The loose puck picked up by Culp. Culp deflected in by Messina. Around to get it, Sarah DeJean. Back up top for the shot from Kazat. That gets blocked down out in front. Messina circling with it. Try to go back to the point, but Kazat had left his post, and now it's gathered in by Van Aren. Van Aren out in front, the shot, they score! Matt Casola's second of the game. It's 7-3. And that turnover in the offensive zone ends up with this chance out in front. It's buried by Casola. A good feed. Get the assist on the play momentarily. But Hofstra notched the first goal of the third period. Cut the 5-goal lead down to 4. Now back the other way comes Schnatter. Schnatter in the near corner. Lost the puck. Fordham take it back. Played across by McCardle and fired ahead by Del Panino into the Fordham end. Held in by Del Panino. Banks it off the boards down low, but it comes right back out. Loose puck in the neutral zone, stabbed at by McCardle, and McCardle able to work it back to his defensive partner, Del Panino. Del Panino running into some trouble. Good forecheck here from Fordham. McCardle on the near side, and now Hofstra finally able to come away with it. Camden Kelly, and now poked into the zone by Amati. Back comes Christopher Gabriel of Fordham. He'll backhand it into the zone, go for a change. Stop behind the net by Picone. McCardle, little give and go. Tapped along by Yerkes. But now back on the stick of Fordham. Here they come. Saropoulos. But ultimately the puck lost. Hofstra chip it back up for Buglione. Right back come Fordham. Here is Bergner's across for the shot from Vitali that goes wide. And it's steered out of the zone by Buglione. Right back in though. Fordham touch up. Hofstra look to break out. Matarazzo. And now here's Yerkes. Brendan Yerkes into the zone. Pass across, just missed Matarazzo. And now comes out of the zone. off the stick of Maurer, who'll pick it back up in his own zone. Across to be played on further by Criscola. And now Yerkes into the zone. Yerkes again trying to stretch the zone. Back up top, one-timer fanned on there by Criscola. And now here come Fordham the other way. Kazat. Good poke check there from Maurer. Getting back on defense. Good back check. Criscola running into some trouble behind the net, and a good save made by Picone. And he'll stop the play here with 12:06 to go in the third period. Hofstra have cut the 5-goal Fordham lead of 4. Face-off won by Fordham. Shot goes wide. Came off the stick of Politano. Politano works it down low to Colt. Colt back up top for Gabriel. Gabriel to Messina. Down low, back up top in the slot. It just goes wide. Unable to get it out of the zone. Hofstra, good keep in there by Politano. Kicked along down low by Messina. The battle continues as it moves to the near corner. And Hofstra able to chip it out of the zone, but only as far as Gabriel, who fires right back in for Fordham. Picked up by Kinzer. Kinzer lifting it out of the zone. Bouncing puck rolls onto the stick of Politano, who finds Colt. Nice little pass ahead for the shot. Save made, rebound. And unable to pull the trigger that time was Messina. Nearly had goal number 5 in the game, and there's a save made by Picone. He'll cover up. 10:56 to go in regulation time. Fordham leading Hofstra 7-3. You're listening to AAU hockey here on LI Sports Network. Face-off won in the defensive end by Hofstra. They'll break it out of the zone, but not much zone time at the moment for Hofstra. And now it's intercepted by Vitale. Vitale, nice move. Carries it down low, puts it in the slot, and that shot never got through to Picone. And that's fired off the bubble roof. And we'll get a stoppage. Little bubble roof ski there. Face off to the left of Picone. Shot comes and a good blocker save made by Picone, and he'll jump on the rebound. Face-off now to the right of the Hofstra netminder. One in the defensive end by Hofstra, but they're somehow not able to clear the zone. And now, after a turnover, they'll be able to skate it out 2-on-2 over the blue line, but just a half a step, if that, ahead of the play was Christian Maurer, as Daniel McArdle tried to make a maneuver at the blue line. Face-off just outside the Fordham end. Matarazzo to take it for Hofstra, wins it. Firing in for the Pride, Del Panino. Behind the net, skated out further by Saropoulos. Now comes to be played on further by Kazat. Huge collision right in front of me. Hello, Brandon. And sent back into the Hofstra end. Del Panino to his partner McArdle. Now back to Del Panino. And good pass ahead. Here comes Brendan Yerkes. He's in. He shoots, and a save made. Rebound. And a diving stop made by Borg. So hardly any zone time for Hofstra. The second they get in the zone, it's a grade A chance and a fabulous stop made by Borg. It appears, unfortunately, the stats have not been crediting any of these saves to James John Pacone, as it currently reads Spiro Markoulis, 30 for 37. And no saves for Pacone. Face off to the right of the Hofstra netminder. Here is the shot from Culp, and it's denied through traffic by Pacone. Back up top for Concepcion. Slides it down low to Culp. Back up top in the slot. Fanning on the shot. Collision between the goaltender and Messina. Pacone is still down. Back up top for the point rip that goes wide. Puck careens to the far corner. Played back behind the net. Trying to move it. Culp. On him is Criscolo. And now Criscolo trying to do everything he can to get it out. Still not out. Shot from Messina whistles wide. Held in at the near blue line by Concepcion. Down low, Culp. Culp joined by Sardejan. Out in front and unable to hold it in this time was Sebastian Concepcion. He'll flip it back into the Hofstra end of the ice. Criscolo able to work it free, but Hofstra turned the puck over in the neutral zone. Now across for Christian Maurer. Maurer into the Fordham zone. His dump and attempt got blocked. Back out into the neutral zone. Sent back in by Aloisio. Being watched by Van Aaron, but able to come free and into the Hofstra end of the ice. Kazat comes back, wraps it around the boards. Can be played on further now by Amonte. Amonte, though, lost it behind the Fordham net, and Fordham able to break out. Kazat into the zone. Pushes it towards Pacone, who makes the stop and then makes another save. Hofstra breakout. Goes off the stick of Amonte, who chases it down. Amonte fired it across, intercepted by Pyotr Kazat. Tapped along by Gubarev into the Pride zone. Handled now by Kinzer. Dixon Child over to Yerkes. Yerkes, nice move, but could not catch back up with the puck. Goes behind the net. Yerkes chasing after it. Fordham, it's intercepted. Nice play made by Matarazzo, but nothing could come of it. Matarazzo intercepts again. Backhands it into open space where it can be picked up further by McCardle. Here comes Daniel McCardle. Shot eventually deflects wide, came off the stick of Matarazzo. Puck in the corner. Buglione trying to move it further down. Held in at the blue line. No, says the linesman, whose last name is Ryan. We'll get a face-off outside the Fordham zone here with 5:46 to go in the third period. Fordham 7, Hofstra 3. Buglione couldn't push it in further. Messina got in the way of it. Now comes on to the stick of McCardle. Yerkes involved in a big collision with Concepcion. And carried back by Culp, who banks one ahead. Fanned on, and now here comes Messina. The shot, he scores! Count it, number 5 for Tommy Messina. And his 6th point of the evening makes it 8-3 in favor of Fordham. Have a night, Tommy Messina, as he just gets the loose puck, and watch him go upstairs over the shoulder of Pacone for Fordham's 8th of the night. Comes back in the possession of Criscolo. That one just past the stick of Casola and back into the zone, where Criscolo could try to get it over to Van Aren. But it's turned over to Colt. Taken back by Van Aren. Van Aren, nice move. Van Aren across, but falling down was Schnatter, so he could not get a shot away, but he's able to get it back to Van Aren. Van Aren for the shot that comes, and a good save made on Casola. Already has 2 in the game. He's looking for number 3. Maurer now for Criscolo. Drops it for the shot. Glove save made. Rebound cleared out of harm's way. It's good. Another good shot from Matt Casola. Now on the stick of Royce Dixon-Child. Turned over. Saropoulos for Vitale. And a step ahead of the play was Owen O'Keefe. We'll have a goaltending change made at the other end of the ice as a unlisted number 33 steps between the pipes, although that could be Chase O'Brisky. Listed as number 33, but not listed as a goaltender, so I'll roll with it. O'Brisky into the net for Fordham for the final 3:40 and plus left here in this third period. At the blue line, it is Politano. Now back around and fired out of the zone by Hofstra. Saropoulos to pick up the loose puck, getting chased by Kinzer. Kinzer unable to catch back up with Saropoulos, deflected ahead by Owen O'Keefe on goal, where it's guided to the stick of Aloisio and back to the near side now, and ends up in the netting and out of play. Puck out of play, deflected off of the snack chair. Face-off won cleanly there by Kurt Baylor. But Hofstra have the puck. Saucer pass across, tapped on goal by Yerkes. Comes to the near side, or rather the far side. Held in, nice play by Matarazzo. This line has been Hofstra's best line here in the third period. And Fordham fire it out of the zone. Will go the length of the ice and become an icing. Eight to 3. Fordham on top of Hofstra. They have tallied up 40 shots on goal, does Fordham, as they look to move to 5-13-3 on the year. Shot blocked. Another shot deflects wide. And another one off the stick of McArdle wide. And a good poke check to keep it alive, at least for the moment, by Del Panino. But ultimately the puck comes back to center and into the Hofstra end. Lifted across to be played on further by Matarazzo. Matarazzo up that far side, makes a nice move, tries to cut in. Taken back over now by Buglione. Buglione to Matarazzo, just missed wide. And unable to hold in at the blue line was Daniel McCardle. He'll send it back in deep though. Yerkes chasing. Puck pushed ahead, out of the reach of Callaghan Oliver. He opened the scoring for Fordham with his second goal of the season. Spun back in the Hofstra end. But it's been a fabulous night, a 6-point night for Tommy Messina, including 5 of those 6 points being goals. Hofstra have a 2-on-1. Here is the shot and a save made. As the goaltender now in the net, Obrisky denies the shot from Schnatter. Schnatter now able to get it back. Now on the stick of Van Aaron, the shot denied by Obrisky. Rebound denied by Obrisky. And now taken out by Messina. Messina stopped at the blue line. Has to touch up. Plenty of time for Marr. Get the puck over to Casola. Casola hits the brakes, but gave the puck up. Skated back in by Politano. Politano has it knocked off his stick. And back on the stick of Dylan Kinzer. Kinzer gets it to Casola. Try to get it back to Marr. Instead now Fordham are in the zone. And that'll do it. Final score here tonight, Fordham 8, Hofstra 3. And as I mentioned, a wonderful night. One to remember for Tommy Messina as he put 5 up on the board and an assist, 6-point night for Messina. And Mark Saradajan chipping in a goal and 2 assists for 3 points, along with Anthony Cope quietly with a goal and 3 assists for 4 points. And stellar goaltending play from Charles Borg on the Hofstra end of the ice. Jordan Cox with a goal and an assist for 2 points. Van Aaron chipping in 2 assists as well, and a 2-goal night for Matt Casola. As Hofstra fall to Fordham, final score 8-3. Thanks so much for tuning in to LI Sports Network's coverage of AAU hockey. I'm Ryan Brannigan, and from our team, to yours back at home, we hope you have a very good night.